Yo, what's up guys, your boy Bosif, the big Bosif, big boner here. Today I'm going to be teaching you how I built my kelp farm in my survival world. So if you don't know, I have a survival world. If you're coming from recommendeds or YouTube search, I have a survival world. I recommend you watch that. And I built this kind of like kelp farm, like infinite fuel source plus XP source, and it's pretty OP. It uses the zero tick mechanic, which I don't really know how it works, but I kind of do know how it works. It's just like the block under that kelp block is a sand block, and it falls, but then this doesn't fall with the sand because the sand gets put right back. Let me show you. Like that, it's kind of loud. You can see the sand falling. So yeah, this generates a bunch of kelp, a bunch of XP, and with a super AFK, you can AFK it overnight. So let's get into building it. Okay, so first we'll go over the materials list. First we got the normal one, which is on screen. I'll also be putting these material lists in the description. Here we got the super AFK one. Then we got the Bonemeal farm. First I'm going to be building the normal one, and then I'm going to be adding on at the end with super AFK and then the Bonemeal. Okay, for the first step, you need to mark out a chunk, because if you don't build it inside of a chunk, it'll break, and then you have to rebuild it again. So make sure you mark out a chunk. I don't have a video on how to find chunks, but I will soon. Okay, once you have your chunk marked out, you want to go to one of the sides, break 2 blocks like this, and we're going to be making a redstone clock. So we place a torch on here, a block on top of the torch, and then a piece of redstone dust, a block on top of that, and then a repeater going into that block. And then it should keep on turning on and off, so we place our lever here and just turn it on like that. Next we want to take our sticky pistons and place them all along, going all the way across the chunk until the other side like that. That should use all 14 of your sticky pistons. And then you want to break the blocks right in front of the sticky pistons like this. That's where the sand is going to be falling down. Then you want to take your redstone and place them along the back side of these pistons. And they should all be extended like that. And then you want to take your sand and place it in front of the pistons and on top of them. And if you did it right and you flick the lever, the sand shouldn't fall. This one shouldn't be moving. It should look like that. Now you want to get your building blocks and you want to surround the sand, but don't place anything on this side. Just surround the sand like that, and on here too. Now you want to place a row of blocks right here at the top, and take your take your chests and put them in front of these sand blocks like that, making double chests. Like that. Then you want to come up here, break all of these blocks going into these chests, and place hoppers going into them. Then you want to take your building blocks and place blocks back here. And then take your pistons and place them on top of them. Now you want to make a 4-block high wall going all around these. And then it should look like that. Then you want to take your glass panes and stack them up twice right on top of the hoppers and go all the way down with them. want to take your building block and build up 2 blocks on top of the glass panes. Then you want to come up to the roof, place 2 blocks going all the way down here. And then at the top, take your trapdoors, place them down going all the way down, and open all of them. Then you want to come here, waterlog all of the trapdoors. With the 2 water buckets, you can come out to the side, make an infinite water source so you can keep on going back up, refilling it, and then placing your water. Then you want to look down here, place your kelp. Now that your kelp is done, we're almost done with the top part. Then we're going to have to build the redstone at the back. So come back here, place a torch, place a block on top like that, place another torch on that block, then you'll come here, place a block on here, then you'll place another torch like that, then you want to take a block, put it on top of the torch like that, place another block here, put a redstone dust, repeater, and then redstone dust going all the way down to the last trapdoor. Then you want to come back, place a block here, here, and then going all the way down to the last piston. You want to place redstone dust going back, redstone dust here, and then a redstone repeater, just so they go off at the same time. Now if you go over to the front, flip the lever, it should be producing a lot of kelp. If it's not, check your repeaters in the back, make sure that they're both on 1 tick, like that. Now you want to come over down here to your chests, do this all the way down to the other chest, and you want to make a rectangle going down 3 blocks. Once you've done that, make sure you dig yourself a way out, like that. From this point on, I'm going to be doing the normal one, so if you want to do the super AFK or the Bonemeal farm, I'm going to put timestamps on the screen right now, so just skip to those. Okay, now you want to place hoppers right below these chests. Like that, below all of them. And then below these, you want to place your smokers. But if you are going to do the Bonemeal one, it is almost the same thing. All you need to do is just put your composter right below these hoppers. And then take your chests, double chests, going all the way down, like so. Or I'm going to put some of these as composters just so you know that it's the same, they work the same. You know, take your hoppers, and then put your hoppers going into these chests. Then you want to go and put a fuel source in all of these smokers. Of course, if you're using the Bonemeal farm, you don't need to put anything in the composters, just let it run, and it'll give you a bunch of Bonemeal. As you can see, these composters are being filled automatically by this kelp, and then the smokers are cooking up the kelp. So you'll come here, you get the dried kelp, and then you can turn the dried kelp into dried kelp blocks, then you'll have even more fuel. While with these, you'll get Bonemeal, and it's pretty fast. I already have 3 Bonemeal just in this chest. And now, for the levers, if you want to be able to collect the XP, put the levers on the smokers, on all of them, and then just flip the lever, and then it'll stop them from being collected by the hopper. Just collect it, and then you get some XP. And then you can flick it back for it to keep on smelting. Okay, for the super AFK one, you're going to take your chests, place them back here, want to go in front, place chests going along these hoppers too. Make sure the hoppers aren't going into these chests. Then you want to come down, place your smokers right below here. Then you want to take your hoppers and put them into these smokers like that. Going all the way down both sides. You may want to dig an area back here just so you can reach these these chests, and then put fuel in it, because that's the main thing you're gonna be doing. You want to take your chest below all of these smokers, double chests, like that, and then hoppers going into these chests. Now that that's finished, you can turn it on. And then you're going to be putting your fuel in here, so after you collect the kelp, it's going to be smelted, and then it's going to turn into dried kelp blocks here. You can put your dried kelp blocks into these chests like that, and then after you fill it, you can basically run it overnight. The only downside to this is that it's harder to collect the XP coming from these smokers, since they do get out collected really fast. So that's it. Hope you enjoyed. Make sure you like and subscribe. Peace.